DICE just released a Battlefield 2042 development update video and blog post, which has revealed the return to a more classic class system. They've shown details on the 2 new map reworks, teased the new Season 2 map, shown some of the portal weapons that will be coming over to the base game, and have even hinted at how much more content we can expect from the rest of the seasons going forward. There's a fairly good amount of detail here, so let's talk about that and what it means for the future of this game. And before we get into those details, first I have a quick word from today's sponsor. Bruh, what is up with the internet these days? Everyone is trying to get my data, and these snooping data thieves are getting craftier and craftier. Every app you install is another potential risk, and every website you visit could be harvesting your data without your knowledge. The good news is today's sponsor is a one-stop solution to protect all of your devices. NordVPN provides fast and secure VPN services worldwide. They also offer apps for pretty much every device under the sun, from your PC and phone to your tablet and even game consoles. Their services provide a secure gateway between you and the internet, preventing prying eyes and malicious sites from stealing your info. Check out NordVPN using my link below and secure your internet today. You can get their exclusive deal risk-free with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just go to nordvpn.com/levelcapgaming. Alright, let's get into all these new 2042 details. Firstly, the specialist being rebalanced into a class system will be a major gameplay change coming up. Unfortunately, though, this change isn't arriving until Season 3. We'll be getting 4 classes with Assault, Recon, Engineer, and Support. You can see how the specialists are being broken up into each category. Now, as expected, specialists aren't going away or losing their unique gadgets or abilities, but instead they're receiving class-specific gadget choices and permanent gadgets. Regarding the permanent gadgets, you'll always have access to these when playing a specific class. The Assault class is getting a self-healing med pen, supports will have access to defibrillators, engineers will get the repair tool, and Recon will have the insertion beacons. The existing gadgets and throwables will be split up among the classes to fit their specific roles. Assault is getting the smoke grenade launcher, C5 explosives, and the IBA armor plates. Support is getting ammo crates, smoke grenade launcher, medical crate, and the M18 Claymore. Engineer is getting anti-tank mines, recoilless M5, the anti-air missile, the javelin rocket launcher, and the EOD bot. Recon is getting the tugs, proximity sensor, SOFLAM, C5 explosives, and the tracer dart gun. And yes, you did hear that correctly, there are some new, or rather classic, portal gadgets being injected to round out the class options. Regarding throwables, aside from the proximity sensor becoming a Recon exclusive, everyone is getting access to frag grenades, smoke grenades, incendiaries, and EMP, with Assault being the only class who is not going to get EMP grenades. Now, this is a massive rework for the game and a nice return to form for the Battlefield formula. Engineers will always be able to repair now and be the only class that gets rocket launcher. Support will be the only revive and ammo and medical dispensers. Recons will have basically all the intel gadgets, and the constant insertion beacons will make them very valuable in squad play. Assault will retain some of the more aggressive specialists, now with the ability to self-heal, which should really bolster their survivability, and I think this will go a long way towards making the classes feel much more role appropriate. Now, regarding weapons, they plan on leaving them open for all classes for the time being, and personally I think with the limited weapon variety, that's probably a smart choice, at least for now. Season 2 will also be seeing more appearance and voice changes to make the specialist become more believable and gritty. Now, regarding the new portal weapons coming over to the base game, these are being called Vault weapons. The 2 that will be arriving with the launch of Season 2 are the Battlefield 3 M16A3 assault rifle and the M60E4 machine gun. These will be unlocked via a new assignment system, which is separate from the Battle Pass. For example, the M16A3 will require 30 kills or assists with the underbarrel grenade launchers and 100 kills and assists with the M16A3 or the SFAR M grenade launcher. Vault weapons won't have unique skins or unlockable cosmetics, and this is to speed up the allocation of those weapons into the base game. Now, those Vault weapons will be in addition to 3 brand new weapons being added, 2 primary and 1 sidearm, plus more Vault weapons will be added later in the season, such as the P90, AKS-74U, and the M98B. This sounds like it'll be a substantial and much needed update to the weapon variety in the game. They also confirmed that more Vault weapons will be coming in the future seasons as well. And to add up the numbers, that's 7 primary weapons and 1 sidearm weapon confirmed over the course of Season 2, with potentially more. Now, regarding map updates, the update to Renewal arrives in September and will shrink the combat area to a smaller section of the map for all modes. It'll feature new terrain, elevation changes, and cover placed throughout the map. Not too much new footage was shown of this compared to what was seen in the previous updates. Now, Orbital is also getting a pretty extensive update, which will launch in October. The spawn HQs for this map have been removed and placed on existing objective areas at the edges of the map. It'll feature a more war-torn look to certain areas like the tarmac between the rocket building and the launch site. An additional capture point in 128 player modes has been added on the hills between objectives. Cover has been added to all key areas of the map, specifically around objectives, but also in open areas that previously had no cover at all. The big tunnel through the map has been overhauled with cover all the way through it, in addition to standard cover that's been added to the tarmac area. Destroyed vehicles have also been scattered around the map. Terrain throughout the map has been tweaked with elevation changes and additional natural cover formations. New pathways for infantry are also being carved out of the terrain. Now, the update video also includes several teaser shots of the new map coming in Season 2. It's set around a beached cargo ship called the Starg. The interior spaces are full of shipping containers forming choke points and routes through the ship. The surrounding area features small bases and cover with a coastline behind the ship. There doesn't appear to be a real sign of the Ganton Dam as previously speculated based on Temporal's data mining. However, that doesn't mean it won't be set near the dam or feature it as an unrevealed element. The teasers for the new map are very brief and don't reveal much beyond the setting. The Starg looks like it was being used as some sort of refugee housing facility. There's tents in the lobby area. Graffiti and potted plants are scattered around the ship. The logo seen in Easter eggs appears throughout the ship, painted on containers. It looks a lot less war-torn than the other logos on the containers, suggesting that some sort of no-pat organization or group put them there. Also, this shot here could be of a new primary weapon, though it's tough to tell. Now, closing out the video, DICE says that they're working on Season 3 and beyond. They also say future seasons will offer a similar amount of content as the Season 2 update. So that would be 1 new map, 1 or 2 map reworks, potentially 3 brand new weapons with additional vault weapons being added over, and there wasn't any mention of new portal content. Now, the community reaction to this, and as has been the case with basically most 2042 content announcements, has been pretty mixed. Beyond the new map, players are frustrated by the relatively small amount of new content being introduced in Season 2. It's certainly more than Season 1, but it doesn't really live up to the DLCs of prior Battlefield games. Battlefield 4 was notorious for having massive DLC content. Battlefield 5 was also getting multiple new maps per update in its later half of content support. All that said, players do seem pretty excited about the Specialist rework. Many comments on Reddit say the changes are what players have been asking for since the Specialist system was first announced. There's also a lot of positivity around the map changes for Orbital. It was already one of the more playable base maps, but the changes look like they'll focus combat a lot better, so players spend less time faring between points for the entire match. Overall, it seems like the consensus is that people are happy with the direction DICE is taking with 2042. The issue, as always, is that it's just happening slowly. The Specialist rework won't launch until Season 3, which is still quite a ways away, and it's unclear if even those changes will launch with the update or later in the season. The other issue is that DICE still hasn't committed to new content beyond Season 4. Many players are saying that Season 2 is basically what the launch version of 2042 should have been. Then again, they said that about Season 1 as well. To them, DICE have just gotten the game to an acceptable state. Without a firm commitment to a second year of content, it's tough to say if DICE are doing enough to revitalize 2042 or make amends to the community that they want to be playing their future games. Now, if you're currently enjoying Battlefield 2042, then Season 2 is going to be the most content-rich injection the game has seen so far. Season 3's class overhaul will undoubtedly bring back the classic teamwork feeling and having roles on the battlefield. Personally, I am looking forward to playing the new content, and I hope that DICE can properly cultivate some excellent playlists that rotate through the best content in the game. They did mention some extra focus and/or changes on the game modes on the front menu screen. They haven't really made any more mentions about a server browser feature though, and I imagine some people are a little upset by the lack of Portal content, which I don't think will do anything to the popularity of the Portal mode until DICE implements some form of server rental program, basically. What do you guys think about all of this news? Are you excited for it or have you moved on? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.